the Christ focus in your life, and it's critically important to me. And you don't see a lot of business leaders, especially HR, talking about it, but it's important for me, right?
Yeah.
I want my kids and my family to understand. We go to church, we understand Christ, and they're Christ followers, and that's important. And so, how has that, the ultimate leader of all leaders,
Yeah.
really, servant leadership, all of those things, how is that, how have you incorporated that into, your walk and your professional walk, your walk as a business leader, your walk in family? How have you
Yeah.
incorporated that? Make sure you're constantly staying on top of that.
Well, and I'm glad you asked that question. It's not very often we get an opportunity to talk about our faith. I'm a believer, as you mentioned, and I'm very vocal about that. I'm not afraid to share that. I don't, try to put that on anybody, but this is the reason and the why I live and do what I do. I want to make a difference because He made a difference in me.
Yeah,
His love, Christ's love, shed abroad in my heart that I'm just going to shine for Him. And in the work that we do, I hope that people can see that. I hope people can see that I have a servant's heart and that I am a follower of Christ. Christ was a servant. He was a servant leader and he did things for people. And so how do I do that in my business? I incorporate it where it makes sense. I talk about it with who that want to talk about it. I share stories that it's just shining that light we live in a dark world, James. And you know
I
what?
do
If if
every
if
day.
if it's bad to share that I'm a believer, guess what? Then it's bad to that's the whole thing in life. You know what I'm saying? People want to condition, well, you can't say that because that's listen, I am not making anybody do anything they don't want to do. Okay. But I'm telling you what I do. And in my family,
Yeah,
I've chosen to be a guy, you know, um, I want to leave a legacy for my family that they see a light, a rock in somebody that established a company that was successful, that helped people, that loved people, that did things. So, as a believer, it's just natural for me. It's not something that, oh, I got to tiptoe or dance around. If you ask me about it, I'm going to talk to you about it because I love Jesus.
yeah.
It's,
Well, we're
it's
called
that.
to share the gospel, right? That's
Yeah.
that's what He's called us to do. I'm not here to judge.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go off. We could probably spend many episodes
Sure. Yeah.
on faith and religion, and at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to hell. That's not my job, right?
Yeah.
But God did call us to share the
Kind
gospel,
of like, yeah.
and that's what I truly believe, and I find value in that, one, for myself and my family.
Me
And
too.
I find value in that from a professional angle, because if I'm trying to bring Christ-like decisions into things that I do, I am keeping people at the front of my focus. And as an HR professional, ultimately that's my job, right? My job is to keep people at the forefront of decisions while supporting the company and growing the company. And I want to do it all in the right way. And sometimes we fall short. We fall
Yep.
short as business leaders. We fall short as Christ followers. That
That's right.
happens. Those things happens. It's just, sometimes there are things that happen in the business world that are out of our control.